Oh my God, there is no inventory anywhere. It's a real problem in today's market, March 2021. So what are you going to do? Well, one thing you can do is buy new construction. So today we're going to go through what you really must know before you buy new construction. So let's just dive right in. So whether you're buying a spec house or deciding to build your own house from the ground up, or maybe you're going to buy in a planned community, these things I'm going to go through will apply to either one or all of the above. So the first thing that I always do when my clients are buying new construction is I look up the builder. Here in Maryland, I'll go in the Maryland Judiciary Case Search. I'll put in the company, ABC Builder, I'll look it up, and it will tell me if there are a lot of lawsuits against this builder. Well, it's information that I think my buyers should know. Once they have the information, it's up to them whether to decide to move forward. But it's a really important thing that a lot of people don't do, which brings me right into my next thing you should do, especially if this is a spec house. That means this house is new construction, but it's already mid-built. So while you're looking up the builder and to see if there's any lawsuits against them, hop on over to the permitting website, which is the Department of Permitting Services, plug in the address, and make sure the house was done with all the appropriate permits, that the permits are finished. In other words, there's a certificate of occupancy, which happens after the final inspection. This way you've checked the builder, there's not a lot of lawsuits. Now you've checked permits to make sure everything was done correctly, because even if you don't care right now, you're gonna care when you go to sell that house again. One of the most important things that I tell my clients when they're buying new construction is to ask the builder for references. People that live in their houses. They're gonna be your greatest source to know how responsive the builder is in that first year when you're gonna have punch list items that need to be repaired, how well the house is built, how well it stands up over time. They should be able to provide you with people that live in their houses that be ready, willing, and able to talk to you. If they don't, if they won't give you anyone, that's a problem. That's a red flag. So don't be afraid to ask. As a realtor, I always ask. So let's talk about inspections. A lot of builders will tell you, you don't have to do your own inspection because we passed all the inspections. We have documentation. That's why we got their certificate of occupancy. Don't do it. Don't rely on their inspections. Do your own. They should have no problem with you bringing your own independent inspector to inspect the unit, the house, whatever it is you're buying. And that inspector is gonna come up with some stuff. Inevitably, in new construction, there is gonna be a list of things that need to be tweaked, repaired, fixed. Maybe the plugs are different polarities. Something's gonna come up, but it should be no problem. You write the punch list, you hand it over to the builder, and they should be able to knock it out. Some builders, especially in planned communities, whether you're buying a single family home in a planned community or you're buying a condo or townhome within a big building, they'll have preferred lenders and preferred title companies. And a lot of times they will give the buyer incentives if they use their lender or their title company. So here's my take on that. Let's talk about the lenders first. I don't have a problem if it's a lender I've heard of. In other words, if it's a bank, if it's a big bank. You know, one of my clients recently bought new construction and their choice of preferred lenders was Wells Fargo and some other bank. I was like, no problem, do it, get the incentive. If it's a private bank or if it's the builder's investor, you might want to shop around or at least look them up to make sure that you're legitimately getting the best interest rate and the best deal as far as your closing costs that you would have gotten if you didn't use their preferred lender. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your best deal. As far as the title companies, this is a little trickier because a lot of the builders will have relationships with the title companies that may or may not serve you as the buyer. So I would just really strongly suggest that you investigate that title company and weigh it, you know, on the incentive they're offering and make sure it makes sense to you. Don't just say, sure, no problem, no problem. Look into it, look them up, ask around, ask other people that have used them, just to make sure that you're comfortable with the services that you are getting. I know this may be a no-brainer, but I have to say it. Make sure everything is in writing. You may be walking around with the builder one day and think, wow, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do a screened-in porch. Or sure, let's add that railing. That sounds really nice. Put it in writing. Let them tell you how much it costs. Sign off on it. If it's in writing, it will happen. If it's just verbally, they may forget, they may miss it, or they may do it and you didn't realize how much it costs. So just make sure anything you want, anything you say, anything you do, put it in writing and get it signed off on. So there's a way that you can save a little money that some people don't realize you can do. When you buy new construction, when you buy a new construction spec house, so it's already built, you can ask the builder for a copy of their title insurance. Even though it's brand new construction, they're gonna have title insurance. And if you get a copy of their title insurance, you can get the reissue rate, which is gonna save you thousands of dollars. So don't forget to ask, or if you have a realtor, they'll probably ask for you. But if they don't, remind them. Ask for a copy of the builder's title insurance. Let's just talk about having a realtor, because some people think you don't need one with new construction, but honestly, I strongly urge you to get your own realtor. The salesperson for the builder, they represent the builder. They don't represent you. They're not gonna tell you what other people got. So get your own agent, get your own realtor. The builder's not gonna have a problem with it, and you don't pay them. Remember, the builder pays the realtor. So get your own buyer's agent. They're gonna find out what other people may or may not have and make sure you are protected and get the best deal you can get. The realtor will also ask them to split the transfer recordation taxes or closing costs. There's things that your realtor having your own buyer's agent that they will think of to ask for that you just won't even think about, and I promise you, the sales agent who represents the seller/builder isn't just gonna voluntarily tell you. And don't forget to ask the builder for a copy of the builder's warranty. This is something that's required by them, so they have to provide it, but you might as well get a copy sooner rather than later so you can see what's included, how many years for the structure, for the appliances. Everything you want to know should be in that builder's warranty, so ask for a copy of it. The market's just so crazy in March 2021. Everyone's competing for the same house. They're going in multiple offers. They're going way over asking. So new construction is a really good option. Look around, talk to your realtor, find out what developments are happening, what's coming on, when the expected delivery date is, so you can plan and maybe lock down something now that you may not move into for 6 months, but at least you know it's done and you can focus on getting what you want. I hope this video was helpful. I have many videos on different neighborhoods. If you want to see them, check them out. And if you need help in Maryland or DC, give me a call. My team and I would love to help you. All my information is below. Call, email, text, weekends, days, nights, whenever you want. We got your back. And if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe and tell your friends. I do appreciate it. Bye.